Hi YouTube! Today I wanted to talk a bit about this whole fertility thing. As you may know, if you have been watching my videos, I am trying to get pregnant again, or we are trying to get pregnant, I guess I should say. And we did have some troubles in that area when we were trying to get pregnant for the first time. And I've talked about that in previous videos, so I will link those below if you want to know the whole story about how Tyrion was conceived and all that. Right now I just wanted to talk a bit about what we're doing right now and how I feel about it. There is a big community on YouTube for TTC, trying to conceive couples and women who are just making videos to process it and to help each other, and I just think that sharing your story is a good way to process it, because it is hard, and I think especially for women, but for men too, it's just such a natural part of life that when it doesn't work, it's devastating. It really is. So let's get going. Let's see. We had Tyrion in April of 2013. When he was 3 months old, I stopped breastfeeding him because, it just didn't work. So if I find a video where I talk about that stuff, I will link that as well. But I stopped breastfeeding, and we knew that we wanted another kid, and we wanted kids as close as possible, and we didn't even know if we would have another pregnancy. So we just thought there's no point in trying to prevent it. We're just gonna go ahead and try. In August, so just 1 month after I stopped breastfeeding, we actually got in contact with the old fertility clinic that we had been at before we conceived Tyrion, which was at another clinic. But we went back to them and just basically asked if I could get a prescription for the drug that kind of sets your cycle in motion, so to get my period basically, because I hadn't gotten my period and I only have it like once or twice a year, so we felt like we didn't want to wait for that. So I got those, and then kind of the entire fall we just were trying hormones, and it didn't work. I started hormones, the eggs were there were too many eggs growing, so they had to lower the dosage, and when they did, they stopped growing, and then eventually my body just like didn't want to have it anymore, so I got my period instead. And yeah, so that entire fall of last year nothing happened. We didn't get a single try. And then in January, enough time had passed so that I could try IVF again, and we had 3 embryos frozen from the first IVF where Tyrion was conceived. So we went back to that and did the first IVF in January, where I had a miscarriage. We tried again in March, but I didn't get pregnant, and then I was going to try again in May, but the last embryo didn't survive the unfreezing or the thawing process, so we were back to square one, I guess. So we went back to the first clinic again because we can't afford another IVF. So we went back there and we got 1 try in June. We did get a good egg and an ovulation shot. So I had an ovulation in June, but I didn't get pregnant, and then most likely I had a natural ovulation actually in July, but we missed that completely, so I didn't get pregnant there either. So that's 1 in January, 1 in March, 1 in June, and 1 in July. So that's 4 that I've had so far, and then this weekend I had my fifth ovulation. So yeah, 5 tries in about 15 or 16 months. So that's kind of, it's disappointing in a way to know that a normal woman would get maybe 13, 14, even 15 tries in that time, while we have had 5. That can get me down sometimes, just feeling like some couples can actually plan when they want to have kids, and that's not even, I can't even conceive of that kind of. So where we are now is that I am on day 6 after taking the ovulation shot, which is about day 4 after having my ovulation. And for about 10 days after taking the shot, you have so much hormone in your body from that shot of hormones, that if I were to test now, I would probably test positive just because of the hormones. So I'm not going to do that. But you normally get your period about 14 days after your ovulation. So I'm just waiting for that, and I'm hoping, of course, that I will be pregnant, but I'm not, kind of not thinking that I will be, because I have tried this kind of treatment many times now and it's never worked. So right now I'm kind of at the point where I really want to do IVF, because I feel like we would have such a bigger chance of actually conceiving, but at the same time we can afford it. I haven't actually translated it to American money, but I guess it would be like about $3,000, I think, and that's a lot of money, and we don't have that, so that's very disappointing, because as I said, IVF has definitely worked for us before. Even though I had a miscarriage one of the times, I mean, the first IVF try that we did, we got Tyrion, so it's a good thing. But that's where we are right now, and that's kind of what I wanted to share, and just my feelings about it right now. You will definitely get an update in a couple of weeks when I know for sure if I am pregnant or not. If I'm not, I'm hoping that my period comes when it should. It didn't last time, it took 2 months. Because if it does now, I probably can do another treatment before. I can do another treatment in November/December before the clinic closes for Christmas and all that holiday time. And that would be nice to just have one more try before we have to go on hiatus. And then of course we will keep trying this spring. From the middle of January, I think they open again. So yeah, that's just the plan, I guess. So thank you for listening, and if you have a similar story or any kind of trying to conceive story or IVF or whatever it might be, please leave a comment or just link me to a video of yours or something, because I really I enjoy this community, even though I'm not really part of it, I guess, because people don't watch my videos, but I watch other people's videos, and it's very interesting, and it's a good way to kind of get in touch with your feelings or whatever, so you don't bottle them up or hide them. Yeah, that's it for today. So please like this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more of our daily vlogs, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye!